Hello and welcome to Capital TV Online News. My name is Olive Barrows and these are the day's top stories. President Uhuru Kenyatta is elected chairman of the Africa Peer Review Mechanism. Nkaissery defends Monica Juma and Pope Francis expresses interest at visiting Kenya. Interior Cabinet Secretary Joseph Nkaissery has asked President Uhuru Kenyatta to resubmit Monica Juma's name as his nominee for Secretary to the Cabinet. Nkaissery says Juma has an exemplary service record as his deputy, and the letter which led to her rejection by Parliament had his approval. The National Assembly rejected Juma's nomination as Secretary to the Cabinet on the grounds that she wrote a letter to the Clerks of Parliament taking issue with MPs for frequenting her office, asking for favours. Makadara MP Benson Mutura was on Saturday taken in for questioning for allegedly inciting Makongeni residents. The residents were protesting eviction from railway houses. The protests saw property destroyed and caused a snarl-up along Jogo Road as the protesters hurled stones at motorists. Police eventually restored normalcy, but they were forced to lob tear gas canisters to disperse the agitated residents.
We had an operation here within Makadara. The railway premises. There were some people who invaded the railway quarters, and some of them have they have damaged the buildings, and we have managed to arrest some. Some, of course, escaped, but we are still pursuing. So far, we have arrested 6.
President Uhuru Kenyatta was on Saturday elected chairman of the Africa Peer Review Mechanism. President Kenyatta is in South Africa for the African Union Summit, during which Deputy President William Ruto's pending case before the International Criminal Court will be discussed. In May, ICC prosecutor Fatou Bensouda said she had inadequate evidence to support her charges against Ruto and applied to have the original statements made by 6 hostile witnesses submitted into evidence. But Kenya says Bensouda is clutching at straws and wants the case terminated, arguing that the rule that would allow her to use the statements shouldn't apply to the Ruto case.
We do not rectify and increase and continually strengthen the mechanism, we will jeopardize the success of our continent's development agenda and the hopes of millions of our people, which are indeed pegged on good governance. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, against this background, and as a matter of urgency, we all bear a moral responsibility to ensure that the APRN process is revitalized to keep its promise of good governance for Africa.
Mama Ngina Kenyatta was among 15 women feted as African heroines on Friday night. Mama Ngina was recognized for her role during Kenya's freedom struggle, including serving a jail term alongside other Kenyans opposed to British domination. Others feted alongside Mama Ngina are Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former Malawian President Joyce Banda, and Winnie Madikizela Mandela. Deputy President William Ruto and Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho have agreed that the national and county governments need to work together for development. Deputy President Ruto, who shared a stage with Joho at a rally in Taita Taveta, has also reiterated that political differences shouldn't get in the way of development. Joho has welcomed the allocation of additional funds to level 5 hospitals by Parliament and has asked the national government for conditional grants for the development of roads.
Hakuna sasa ya ODM sijui Jubilee ile hakuna. Hiyo mambo ilipisha na uchaguzi. Ama namna gani? Hiyo ingine tutaongea 2017. Na tumejipanga sawa sawa. 2017 ni hapo karibu. Ama namna gani? Sawa sawa. Kwa sababu mtihani tutafanywa 2017. Wale wenye kutenda watafanywa mtihani na wale wenye hadithi pia watakuwa na mtihani. Ama namna gani? Tunaelewana? Watu watapeta tuko pamoja. Tumekubaliana. Mnasema sisi viongozi tushirikiane tufanye kazi pamoja, ama mnasema namna gani? Tushirikiane sio? Tufanye kazi pamoja. Kwa sababu serikali ni moja na Kenya ni moja, na tunataka kushughulikia viongozi na wananchi wa Kenya kwa pamoja.
US President Barack Obama may not be the only world leader to visit Kenya soon, with Pope Francis hinting at a visit to Kenya in November. Addressing thousands of priests from around the world who were gathered at St. John Lateran Basilica in Rome on Friday, Francis said that adding a Kenyan leg to his first ever African trip was, and I quote, a possibility. For more on these and other stories, please subscribe to the Capital FM Kenya YouTube channel. I'm Olive Barrows. Thank you for watching.